And I'm another quarter of a century down the line from you, and I still doing it.
So it's always this process, right? It's always this process of, I forgive myself.
You're 75?
For this.
74?
74? I'm 26, 50, 74.
Yeah, my mom's
24 years between each of us. It's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, of course.
But you know what? I mean,
A vortex. So.
It really is. And to be able to sit and go, I don't know. I had this experience, right? And I can describe it to you, but this is kind of what I came out the other end with, and I'm still learning new things every day, right?
Absolutely.
And it's just.
Well, it really erased a lot, because I actually realized I know very little.
Yeah.
I know very few truths.
And I think that's what I try to approach every day with, let alone every interview, I mean, I always try to come into an interview going, I have no idea. I've had a lot of experiences with different kinds of paint and sculpture, and, and I could, well, I'm a great artist, because I know all this stuff about stuff, but that's not the way life works. Life is really vague and unpredictable, and nothing really works perfectly, Nothing really comes together the way we imagine in our head, right?
No, but that's what we always get up and try to strive for.
I know, and that's what we tear ourselves apart trying to get to, and beating ourselves up because we didn't do it exactly the way we wanted to and all of that.
So, what I know you have the show with Chris Haberman coming up
In May.
In May.
I think the 16th of May.
What other shows are you looking forward to this year?
I'll have a show right after that. I think my stuff's going to go to the Burnside Brewery. I'm going to have a show in the fall at a new gallery. I don't know the name of it yet. That was just changing. Another show someone asked me to do the other day in October, and 3 other possibilities that are just new this week that I came. So I think 5 shows this year.
So how do
2 of them will be solo shows.
How do people keep track of where you're going and what you're doing?
You can always contact me through People's Art, but on my e-zine. If you sign up for it, you get it every month, and you'll find out about shows of people like yourselves.
I'm gonna definitely sign up for your e-zine. It sounds like
I put events in there. It usually has a movie review, and it has stuff for free that you can get in the world.
Where do we find that?
It's at frederickswan.com.
Frederickswan.com.
FREDRICK.com. And
Swan, how do you spell your last name?
SWAN. It's one word.
You just said it.
And then you just go to, on there you'll see my art, you'll see a link to Second Tuesday, and then there's a magazine that I invite people to write articles for, show different people's art.
Second Tuesday.
Something good to cook. There's recipes on there.
I'm definitely going to become acquainted with it.
Well, I'm honored you guys wanted to talk today.
Yeah.
We've taken kind of a different path, maybe.
No, that's the whole point.
You took the time to sit here with us. Like, your time is valuable to yourself, but I mean, I want to let you know that it's valuable to us as well.
To me, the whole point of the Art Life video blog is to get to know artists and what makes them artists, and if that means that we have to talk about somebody's near-death experience, then that's what it needs to be, or even if we're talking about going to the grocery store, I mean, that's the art life, that's the whole point of an artist, is trying to get to reflect back into the world what they experience in some way, somehow, to capture what they think is beautiful or what they feel, or somehow express something that they don't have any other capacity to express,
And you've done this for 57 days now. How long are you going for?
All of 2015.
The entire year?
We're going to do an artist a day for 2015.
Good. Well, there are a lot of incredible artists.
Yeah,
hooked up
we're
with
not going to
Eagles-
run out of
Eagles
artists.
Gallery.
No, not gonna
If we
run
run out of
artists.
anything, it'll be energy. But I don't think we'll have any problem.
I've got enough of that for the both of us. Woo!
Now is it changing the two of you in some way?
It
What's its
is.
impact on
I've
you?
already, I mean, for myself, I've been an artist for a very long time, but now I have a completely different point of view on who I am as an artist. Like, I don't even know how to really explain it, other than, I carved for several years, carved wood. I've painted for 30 years. I've taken more classes than I can count. I've drawn. I've taken classes in drawing more than I can count. I've written. I've taken classes on writing more than I can count. I've studied acting for 12 years straight, twice a week, 6 hours of plays, movies. I mean, I've done all this stuff, right? But now, from doing these interviews, I've come to see that me as an artist is all of that stuff and what's sitting right here and everything that I do.
The art is us as people, and then the art that we create is just a byproduct of the real art that is us.
I mean, there are people that are painters, and there are people that are sculptors, and that's what they do, and that's cool. That's not me. I think that I'm more along the lines of maybe Andy Warhol or Salvador Dali or even Picasso. I mean, they're known as painters, but we know them as Picasso ran around with no shoes and no shirt. It was a womanizer. That's what we know about Picasso, and then we know his paintings. Dali was this guy with this mustache and had a great sense of humor and went around flamboyantly everywhere with big costumes, and that was Dali. That was the artist. His paintings are everywhere, and we recognize him, but that's not the artist.
Did I ever tell you that I indirectly got advice from Picasso?
No.
It was a guy that when we were on the waterfront, we were painting, and this guy came by. He's like, "I'm an artist." I was like, "That's great. Like, sit down and talk with me." So he told me that Picasso told his grandson that he met. So Picasso gave his grandson the advice, the grandson gave him advice, and then he gave me the advice that in order to be an artist, you must first be an inventor.
That makes sense to me because you have to invent.
That was my cool story.
Well, yeah, it does hand over responsibility for you being a person to invent your art and to feel that within yourself. And as we said earlier, to brand yourself. I mean, obviously, artists in the past sometimes have been flamboyant just to as part of their brand, and their personal style.
Yeah, and I never considered that in like what is my art, and I've always thought in terms of it has to be something that we can name, like a painter or an actor or a director or a photographer, or this is art. This is what art is, right? And I'm coming to see that it's all of those things, and it's who the person is that's creating the thing. The art is the person themselves as well as the object that is created. And I never thought like that before. I always thought in terms of what's the object being created. But it's me as much as the thing that is the art. That's a completely new idea that I've come to understand through talking to 50 plus artists through this project.
There's a piece of your story. It's a piece of you that you share.
On January 23rd, we are having a gallery in our home for all of the artists that we've interviewed before January, and then in February on the 27th, we're having a gallery in our home for all of the artists that we've interviewed through January.
Right.
So, I mean, we want to invite you formally to come hang out, show some work, and then we're also asking all of the artists to donate a small piece that we're raffling off. If a guest comes in and gives a donation of $5 or more towards our gallery and the Art Life video blog, they get a raffle ticket, and then they can win art from you or Chris Haberman or us or
It's
any
part of
of
the way
the.
for us to raise some money to
You could.
keep the project
We-
going.
Absolutely. It's a great project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It'll evolve, and I'm impressed with your work and the pieces of your art that are in this. It's
Thank
been
you
good.
very much. All right.
Okay.
Does anybody have any last thoughts?
FrederickSwan.com.
FrederickSwan.com.
And then second Tuesday.
Second Tuesday is the easy.
And I'm always here at the gallery on Fridays, 12 to 3, playing
People's
Red Mellow
Gallery.
music. Have a little tea on a cold day and
Come
chocolate
visit.
when you come in.
This is a great place to hang out.
Yep.
There's places to sit, and lots of artwork to see. We want to say hey to the People's Gallery at the top
Thank
of
you
the
again, Chris Haberman.
Pioneer Place Mall. The Big 500 is still going on here, so we'll get in
Couple
here
more days.
and buy some art for $40 a piece. There's some wonderful pieces in here that are worth way more than that.
Yeah.
So we love you.
Thank you. We love you. Peace. Thank you
You
for
okay?
your time.
Thank
It was
you.
a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.